Hallo, hallöchen Leute, willkommen wieder zurück zu einem neuen Part zu Honkai Star Rail und wir sind hier nach wie vor unterwegs und versuchen erstmal mit Himikos Vater zu sprechen und dann Informationen zu Frau Füllwunschs zu bekommen.
Himiko, there you are at last. The news said you got into a huge fight with those, what are they called? Warriors at the Floating Isle exhibition. And then you disappeared. Let me see. I sent you a dozen messages, and you didn't reply to a single one. Do you have any idea how worried I was? But seeing that you've come to tell me you're safe in person, I'll let this slide. If you're really so preoccupied, a message or a call would do, you know.
Huh?
Ah, it's you two. I saw you on the news as well. Valiantly fought, huh? These Megatron warriors don't know who they're messing with. Do you think they dare challenge my daughter's subordinates?
Well, now it feels like we're the underlings of Warlord Himiko or something.
Vielleicht sind wir das ja auch.
In any case, I'll leave Himiko in your hands. Please try to keep her out of combat.
Keine Sorge, ich bin eine großartige Leibwächterin. Na klar, Opa, ich hab's kapiert, Opa. Oh.
Stop! Every time you and she get together, the conversation somehow drifts completely off course. I'm fine. I'm good. Your daughter's no porcelain doll. We came here to...
I know. I understand. You didn't come as my daughter. Rather, I am currently speaking to the navigator of the Astral Express. But tell me, has there been progress on the new Herald of Death case? I wasn't expecting the question to...
In rounds?
The Department of Aberration Defense also sent someone here before you.
Oh.
They inquired about Füllwunschs.
Ashwell wahrscheinlich.
I truly don't know how to answer. On one hand, I wasn't here 15 years ago. I'm aware that you're involved in the investigation too. So, I compiled the pertinent documents ahead of time. I hope they'll be of use to you.
Thank you, Mr. Ryusuke.
Go ahead. The files are inside the archive room. Take whatever materials you need.
Ach ja, wegen Füllwunsch. Vor 15 Jahren hast du...
15 years ago, I received a commission to paint a massive portrait for an elixir seeker chief on the planet of Goliath's Shepherd. They said he had an elixir that could cure countless diseases. By the time I came back, everything had changed. There had been a terrible accident on campus. And my daughter... Even though I knew my presence here wouldn't have changed anything. Because of that incident, I made a promise to never leave this world again. That's why I immediately flew here when I heard about the full phantasm. But once again, I was too late. And the supplicant called Sparksy had turned the campus upside down.
It's all right. You can leave the crisis solving to the Nameless.
You're right about that. Yet oddly, once Sparksy stirred up all that chaos, applications to the school soared to an all-time high.
Ach ja, wegen Füllwunsch.
To be honest, it wasn't until the Herald of Death incident 15 years ago that I first learned her name. As the Dean, I should have met up with her more often and tried harder to soothe the wounds it left on her. But I just couldn't.
Warum?
Do you really need all the details? The whole serving as a model exec... I knew it was a selfish thought. But I just couldn't help it. Back if someone was able to survive the incident, then why...
Dann halten wir dich nicht länger auf.
You're always welcome. Other than the archive room, you could also try talking to Miss Dolly. She's the longest serving faculty member.
Then we'll try the archive room. Let's go, you two. Thank you, Dad.
Oh, die
We
werden auch
should be
langsam
able
ein
to
bisschen
find the archive
vertrauter.
room and Miss Dolly around the Imagenesis classroom, right?
Ah, das ist die. Ja, die kennen wir auch noch.
Oh my goodness, I thought I recognized you in the distance. Himiko, it really is you.
Miss Dolly, please forgive me for not coming to see you sooner. I've been back for a while now, but this is the first chance.
Don't worry about it. I'm simply happy that you cared enough to visit. I must apologize about the mask you entrusted me. In the end,
Please, I can't thank you enough for safeguarding the mask all those years.
look at you. You haven't changed a bit. Oh, you and your friends look like you're in a hurry. Is there something you need to attend to?
Wir sind hier, um Fragen über Füllwunsch zu stellen. Man sagt, Füllwunsch sei eine herausragende Absolventin.
Foolish. A poor child who survived the Herald of Death. The school organized a fundraiser for her back then. I still remember how she bowed again and again with tears in her eyes. Poor girl. Though she was lucky to have survived, her parents didn't make it. There were rumors flying around the school saying she had something to do with the Herald of Death. Otherwise, why would she be so lucky? She had good grades and a good heart. And becoming famous, she often came back to visit the school and...
Speaking of which, do you know any...
I heard she went somewhere beyond the sky to further her studies after graduation. She had the chance to work for the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Somewhere beyond the sky. Miss Dolly, do you know where she went exactly?
I never heard. However, she pushed out many projects after taking over the TV station and managed to
Thank you, Ms. Dolly, for your intel.
Na gut, dann lass mal weitermachen. So, wir sind hier wieder in der Horrorabteilung.
The atmosphere in this archive room is giving me the creeps. It's so gloomy. Almost like we've stumbled into Fixtroll Garden.
It was like this 15 years ago as well. The archives tracked all academic results. Near the final exams, students dissatisfied with their abilities. There's a lot of data stored here. Aside from what my father organized for us, let's explore the other areas as well. If possible, keep an eye out for clues regarding Füllwunsch's life after graduation. She returned to her alma mater frequently, so there must be records of dabbling in technology related to the abundance. Where exactly did she go?
So, untersuche den Aktenschrank, um dir das ehrenmaligen Verzeichnis der Graphie-Akademie anzusehen. Optional untersuche den Rechner. Optional untersuche die Sparkle-Puppe. Ich wollte Sparksy schon sagen. Ach, hier.
Is this?
Ja. Hat Sparksy wirklich schon wieder den gleichen Trick abgezogen und an der Schule ein Geschenk hinterlassen? Etikett auf der Sparkle-Puppe. Beschlagnahmt bei der nicht genehmigten nächtlichen Versammlung des Sparksy Fanclubs. Datum der Beschlagnahmung unbekannt. Beschlagnahmter Gegenstand Sparkle-Plüschtier. Grund für die Beschlagnahmung: 3 Schüler der 2. Klasse und 5 Schüler der 1. Klasse gründeten einen nicht genehmigten Club namens Sparksy Fanclub und hielten später in der Nacht eine echt genehmigte Versammlung in der Turnhalle ab. Die Clubmitglieder trugen bizarre Kostüme, schwenkten Leuchtete um das Plüschtier herum, riefen zerstört das alte Motto und lang lebe Sparksylein und machten ständig Lärm, was dazu führte, dass ein Nachtpatrouillierer einen plötzlichen Anfall erlitt und natürlich notärztlich behandelt werden musste. Entsorgungsmethode wird in Archivraum platziert und nach dem Abschluss zurückgegeben.
Did they really have to put this here?
Offenbar. Himiko, was hast du zu sagen?
I've looked through the catalog, and there are serious gaps in the data. After the incident, the Department of Aberration Defense must have confiscated a significant number of the school's archives.
Oh. Das klingt sehr stressig. Gut. Und Merz, was hast du zu sagen? Als ob du davon irgendwas verstehst. Sie schaut auf jeden Fall so da drauf, als würde sie etwas verstehen.
Open up! Detective March 7th is on the case. So spill the beans. How much?
You got the wrong guy, I swear. I'm just an
Oh.
innocent, cursed imagining. Can never move from the spot. I don't know. Rivet. The dean ordered me to dig up whatever materials I could find for you all.
Ja. Dann gucken wir mal. Ein Computer, der wahrscheinlich älter ist als du und seinen Lebensabend auf diesem Schreibtisch verbringt. Suche nach Füllwunsch, suche nach Vorfall mit dem Herold des Todes. Nach Himiko suchen.
Formal caution regarding a student's non-compliant hairstyle. Disciplinary action concerning a student's involvement in 3 food poisoning cases. Disciplinary notice.
Einfach herrlich, du hältst den Atem an und liest weiter und es dauert eine ganze Weile, bis du dich wieder losreißen kannst. Stimmt, dass nicht der Abschlag gerade ansteht. Ganz unten nach all den Einträgen zu Himiko befindet sich eine Berufungsurkunde der Fakultät von vor 15 Jahren. Diese neue rothaarige Assistentin ist die Tochter des Rektors. Ihre Konstitution ist schwach. Daher kann sie keine körperlich anstrengenden Arbeiten erledigen. Denkt daran, teilt sie nur für Schreibtischarbeiten ein. So stand es in der Notiz in der Akte. Suche nach Vorfall mit dem Herold des Todes. Keine Ergebnisse für deine Suche gefunden. Die Suchseite knallt dir diese schwarzen Worte auf weißem Hintergrund direkt ins
The
Gesicht.
IPC has severed all channels of intel with its iron grip. Hardly a surprise.
Na gut, dann versuchen wir das mal. Bekannter Unternehmerin Füllwunsch besuchte kürzlich die Schule. Füllwunsch schüttelt Schülern herzlich die Hände. Was haben sie auf der Rede mitgenommen? Das sagen diese 3 Schüler
There are
dazu.
so many press releases here.
Etwas weiter scrollen. Zum frühesten Eintrag scrollen.
The school's annual Distinguished Student Register from 1982 to 1984? For 3 consecutive years, first place was always Füllwunsch.
Belassen wir es erstmal dabei. Nun los. An dem Etikett dieses Schranks steht Alumni-Jahrbuch. In welchem Jahr hat Füllwunsch den Abschluss gemacht? Du scheinst dich zu erinnern, dass du diese Information irgendwo erhalten hast. Dein Gedächtnis anstrengen. Ich wusste es doch die ganze Zeit. Manchmal reicht ein wenig Schlussfolgerung aus, um fehlende Erinnerungen auszugleichen. Wir haben das Jahr 1999 des Planarcadia-Kalenders. Der Vorfall mit dem Herold des Todes ereignete sich vor 15 Jahren. Ich wusste es doch die ganze Zeit. Das Jahr, in der Füllwunsch den Abschluss machte, ist das Absolventenjahrbuch des Jahrgangs 1982. Das Absolventenjahrbuch des Jahrgangs 1983. Nehmen wir mal das hier. Die erste Seite zeigt ein Abschlussfoto mit einer anderen Stimmung. Düsteren Stimmung. Keiner der Schüler auf dem Bild deutet auch nur ein Lächeln an. Sie stehen spärlich verteilt wie die Zähne im Mund eines Greises. Getrennt durch die Lücken, die niemals gefüllt werden können. Im Absolventenjahrbuch des Jahrgangs findest du die Seite von Füllwunsch. Ja, das interessiert mich nicht so. Hermione.
Garden Star of Botanical Study. Cognitive Science Research. Miss Dolly mentioned that Füllwunsch went beyond the sky to study after graduation. Turns out this is where she went. Let's go check.
Ja.
Well, did you find anything?
Ich habe diese Hinweise gefunden. Du erzählst Himiko von den Hinweisen, die du im Alumni-Verzeichnis entdeckt hast.
Garden Star of Botanical Study? It appears to be a greenhouse world located within the consternation star zone. Ah, found it. Strange. The name of the school is encrypted. I've heard conspiracy theories claiming the Herald of Death from 15 years, given the great lengths the IPC went to in wiping away all traces after the...
Fullwish was hurt by the Herald of Death. Yet after studying in an institution funded...
Wie erwartet, am Ende landet man immer bei der IPC. Hat Füllwunschs von dort die Technologie des Überflusses erhalten?
You mean she created the happiness surgery after studying on that greenhouse world?
It's certainly possible, but the information is still too vague to make any judgment. I'm more inclined to think that after witnessing the power of the Herald of Death, she resolved to uncover the truth behind it. That's why she went to another world to study after graduation. But is the knowledge she gained in just a few... If the power of the abundance used in the happiness surgery stems from the Herald of Death's lingering poison, would the IPC, who have tried to hide this in every way possible... Perhaps I should contact her as a fellow alumna and have an open...
Contact Fullwish as her senior? After all this time, would she even want to see...
I don't know.
Wie hast du sie kennengelernt? Kannst du uns von der Füllwunsch erzählen, die du kanntest?
Back then, I had taken a leave of absence from university due to health issues. So I was... Fullwish would occasionally run to the library to slack off. She and Belle always appeared together, helping me organize newspaper clippings and library cards. They didn't treat me like a patient who needed special care, nor did they...
Oh, das klingt doch
We
süß.
often shared snacks brought from home and secretly dug out this... Fullwish. She was the model student, always knowing a little more than everyone else. Her questions often went beyond the textbooks, pushing past the boundaries of what someone her... I could feel the passion in her eyes, and an unspeakable sense of loneliness. If she still remembers our old friendship, she will meet me. Fullwish is walking a dangerous path right now, and the deeper someone walks into... I want to ask her myself, why has the happiness she pursues become an illusion that can only be maintained by a taboo surgery?
Ich komme mit dir. Ich werde dich beschützen. Ich glaube, sie braucht keinen
Me
Schutz.
too.
Thank you, you two. And thank you for your investigation. Though many questions remain unanswered, at least I now have a clearer picture of her movements after graduation.
Darum ging es ja, oder nicht?
By the way, before we leave the school, there's one more place I'd like to visit. Before I meet Fullwish, I want to say goodbye to that memory from 15 years ago.
You mean that old school building from 15 years ago?
Oh. Was? Was ist denn hier los?
Well, this is the last murder mystery game I play with you.
Okay. Wo wollen wir denn jetzt hin? Oh. Sollen wir sie verfolgen? Nee. Verfolgen sie nicht, wir gehen hier lang. Oh oh, jetzt wird's gruselig. Ich habe irgendwie Angst, dass unser Tierchen so ein bisschen zittert. Kann das sein? Also, wenn wir jetzt bei diesem Grusel-Korridor waren. Ah ne, hier ist die Treppe. Was bist denn du? Geschenk des blitzschnellen Proms. Ich dachte, das hätte jetzt was mit Silverwolf zu tun. So wie das Ding gerade aussah. Aber anscheinend nicht. Gut. Und da sammeln wir wieder die Münzen. Als gäbe es keinen Morgen mehr. Gut, jetzt die Frage, was nun? Oh, jetzt sind wir wieder hier.
I'm so sorry. I just couldn't finish tidying up the ribbons, and now I've dragged you into staying this late.
Naja. Ist halt am Ende so, oder nicht?
Don't worry about it, Belle. It was my turn on duty today anyway.
Himeko? Is this?
Yes. In this imaginated classroom, the after images of the students from 15 years ago still linger in their original places.
Tomorrow is the school anniversary. I wonder how lively it will be. They've invited parents here. Will your parents be coming?
Scheinbar nicht.
Oh, Füllwunschs?
Oh, that's Füllwunschs from her youth.
Jo.
Yeah, Dad already took time off. By now he's probably out on the streets with Mom, picking out formal wear. If it's my daughter's performance, we have to dress to the nines. That's just like him. He always loves making those kinds of jokes.
Then you'd better put on a good show, huh?
There won't be a show anymore, Belle.
Oh. Was ist denn jetzt los?
Because unexpected guests have arrived.
Oh. Die echte.
Everyone from the Astral Express and Himeko. I didn't expect to meet you here.
Und außerdem, wir sind jetzt gerade nicht alle.
Did you enjoy yourselves at Star Rail Fest? Did you grant those smiling kids their wishes and bring joy to everyone?
Füllwunschs.
Himeko, you recognized me at just a glance.
Füllwunsch, was machst du hier?
I am here to mourn that dusk from 15 years ago. Before making any major decisions, I always come here to sit in silence for a while. I thought Himeko was at school like the rest of us that day. When I saw Belle lying in a pool of blood, when I was crushed under the collapsed wall. Poor Himeko. If you had met the Herald of Death with that delicate frame of yours. But who would have guessed? You're alive and living quite well. You became the navigator of the Astral Express, roaming freely beyond the sky, just like the three of us used to talk about in our chats. Your dream came true. Congratulations are in order. Himeko, do you know 15 years have passed? And my wounds have mostly healed.
Was heißt mostly?
Regrettably, there are some scars and emptiness that time can never heal.
Das ist manchmal
The
so.
ground, even here, even with these phantoms, their seats are still empty. Belle, Leon, Ziania. 15 years have passed, and I've learned that time isn't a cure. It's a shroud, binding itself around me. So I made a decision. I'm going to tear it open. I'm going to let everything bloody and unforgettable beneath it see the light of day again.
See the light of day? You were a victim of the Herald of Death, only to become the second Herald of Death yourself? You intend to use a power you can't possibly comprehend to win the Phantasmoon game. How are you any different from that monster back then? From the monster that took your parents' lives?
Oh oh. Himiko wird emotional.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't compare you to that devil. You still have a chance.
Stop. I'm sorry. I don't quite understand what you're saying.
Genau wie ich es mir gedacht habe. Sie will es nicht zugeben. Du weißt genau, wovon wir reden. Wenn das so ist, kann ich dich nicht gehen lassen.
I would advise everyone to think twice before making rash accusations.
Oh.
As a media professional, let me give you a piece of advice. From now on, when you're in front of a camera lens, watch your expressions and be cautious with your words and actions.
Oh oh, sie hat uns in der Hand.
At the very least, try not to look so flustered during this public exchange. We live in a world where we are constantly gazed upon and watched by others. This camera crew was originally prepared for my upcoming speech, but meeting you all here, it really adds a wonderful dramatic flair.
Oh man.
To the audience watching from your screens, you know my name, and I know that right now, you are watching me. 15 years ago, with the tacit approval of the IPC and the Arcadia Council, the Master of Elation's divine ritual degenerated into a barbaric, bloody game. You and I, the residents of this Arcadia, surrendered a lifetime of dignity, wealth, and time to them. All in exchange for a single full meal. We are surrounded by bizarre entertainment and stimulating gore. We soak all day in shallow, boring programs. And now, we must live in fear of the unscrupulous atrocities of these supplicants from beyond the sky. Forcing smiles. Is this the happiness the god promised us? No! Absolutely not! The Master of Elation would never be deceived by miracles, but with pain and blood. What they desire to see, a heartfelt everyone. On that evening 15 years ago, what saved me was not luck. Right here, as the Herald of Death approached, step by step, the one who sent down a miracle was the Master of Elation. They allowed me to escape with my life. And when I was trapped in a small room, consumed by loneliness, they sent me a mask. They revealed my mission to me. To bring happiness back to a Planarcadia that has lost its smile. I, Füllwunschs, survivor of the Bloodstained Games, hereby formally announce that I will join the Phantasmoon Games! In this game, I shall win the Eon of Elation's authority. And then, I will make smiles of happiness bloom on the faces of every single person in Planarcadia! Himiko, don't frown. Smile. I will bring happiness to you too, just as I will bring it to everyone. I won't manipulate the Phantasmoon Games like those high and mighty IPC executives. Nor will I treat the rewards granted by the God of Elation as bargaining chips for profit. We are in Planarcadia, so we should decide the winner in a Planarcadian way. I'll give you a stage if that's what you want. I invite you all to a televised debate at Füllwunschs TV in Seafeld City. The invitation
A Planarcadian way? That's just a way that benefits you.
You can refuse, of course, but then, under the gaze of billions of viewers, you must accept your public image as frauds deceiving the world. And remember, this isn't just an invitation. It is your only chance to defeat me in front of everyone. Since you believe you... The stage is set. Come and perform this final act that will determine the future of the Arcadia with me. Or simply leave. The choice is yours.
Okay, was machen wir? Kämpfen
Darn
oder
it.
gehen?
Are we just going to let Fullwish walk away?
We are
Leider.
right in the middle of the cameras she prepared. Remember to be cautious with your words and actions. Let's leave here and return to the Express.
Hm.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Arcadian Morning Report. We're continuing our exclusive just moments ago. We received some shocking news. The head of our station, Lady Füllwunschs, has officially announced that she will be entering the Phantom Moon Games as a supplicant.
At the same time, Lady Füllwunschs has announced a blockbuster special! The end of a century TV debate! She's inviting supplicants to the Füllwunschs TV studio to discuss and debate the topic, what kind of future will the Phantom Moon Games bring to this world?
What a magnificent topic! At a time when supplicants from beyond the sky are brazenly suppressing and insulting our local heroes, finally, a supplicant has appeared who...
Too true! Ever since these Phantom Moon Games began, signs of things spiraling out of control have been popping up everywhere! First, the famous streamer Sparksy tried to spread a mimetic virus. Then the nameless of the Astral Express clashed with the Daybreak Squadron, causing severe damage to Lookout Cloud.
With so many accidents happening, you really can't help but wonder, are we seeing a repeat of the blood-stained games from 15 years ago?
Hoffentlich nicht.
You got that right! Speaking of the bloodstained games 15 years ago, Miss Füllwunschs herself is a survivor of that tragedy. She's come such a long way, never once letting her painful past keep her down. A true legend of resilience. Now Miss Füllwunschs has joined the fray as a supplicant. She must be here to stop the tragedy from repeating itself and to reclaim the peaceful days this world deserves from the hands of supplicants from beyond the sky.
Will she be able to shoulder the wishes of all Planarcadia and set this game right again after it spiraled out of control? Let's wait and see.
Ugh, so shameless. Reporting news about your own station director on your own TV station, and you still have the gall to pretend you've received some shocking news? Don't you guys talk to each other internally?
I see. Füllwunschs actively issued a challenge. I ran a search. Seafeld City is a port town neighboring Duo-Mention City. Füllwunschs TV's predecessor, Seafeld TV, is located there. Looking at it this way, the televised debate is obviously nothing more than a diversion. What Füllwunschs wants most is for us to walk right into the... So, what do you think?
Ich nehme Ihre Herausforderung an. Ich werde nicht nachgeben.
You're really going to the TV station to fight her?
I'll go, but not to debate. I'm going to tear off her mask of happiness in front of the entire audience. But before we act, I need more help.
Help? We can all help you. Wait, do you mean...
Evanescia. Sonntag. Sparksy.
Sunday?
Was? Nein.
Ever since Sunday was dragged into the Phantom Moon Games by Yao Guang, he hasn't returned for days. However, I haven't heard of him making any public appearances either. Asking him to cooperate as a wild card right now is a good idea.
But what's the deal with finding Sparksy?
Whether Sparksy counts as our ally is a massive question mark. But right now, there is indeed something we need. Fullwish said that when loneliness trapped her in that small room, the Master of Elation sent her a...
Aha, echt jetzt? Sie ist also eine maskierte Närrin?
Correct. If every fool has stepped into the tavern before, then there must be traces hidden there left by Fullwish as a fool. Just like how we tracked down the clues about SparksyCon.
Sparksy. Will she stand on our side?
Sie hat uns doch eine Allianz angeboten. Oder nicht?
Well, this is certainly a condition she wouldn't be able to turn down.
Dann sehen wir also Sparksy wieder. Oh, wir wechseln zu Emanacia? Nicht lange zuvor im Hotel im Hof des Phantasmond.
You just said. As for the brewing storm, whether the turmoil once again is the result of the laughter's mischief. What exactly was that supposed to mean? You mean to say the Joy Seeker wants to destroy the very rules they laid down? The game they wove with their own hand?
Okay.
Come over here. This fox mask is a ritual instrument. I once used in dance and music. It accompanied me across vast distances in search of an elixir of immortality, a mark of who I was in life. I've lost count of how long it has been since I last wore it since being enlightened and transplanted here. But here,
as the game's referee, you've been pushed onto the field. In this moment, you are now a supplicant.
For over a century, I presided over a war game in which supplicants carved out their own territories. I've also hosted survival games where emanators took the stage to compete, invoking eonic powers to try and slaughter every last opponent in a Whenever the Phantasmoon games are at risk of being suspended or disrupted, I will use the authority granted by the Elation and the Abundance to measure, judge, and punish any violators.
Ew.
I guess you could call me the security protocol for the Phantasmoon games. But now, someone has gone and designated me as a supplicant. It's utterly unheard of. Who else but the Laughter could pull off something like this?
Perhaps. Some entity harboring a deep-seated hatred for the Laughter.
Who could it be? Entities like that. I couldn't count them all even if I used my toes. I warned that jerk ages ago. Take a joke too far, and you're bound to make enemies. See? Instant karma.
Never mind who he is or what he's after. We're here now. So what do you plan on doing? Fortune rests upon misfortune, and misfortune gives rise to fortune. Becoming a supplicant isn't necessarily a bad thing. Wouldn't that allow you to step openly into this chaos and...
You're looking to team up with me? Team up with someone from the abominations of abundance that you Xianzhou people despise?
That's hardly appropriate. You're an ancient sacred tree. It's the furthest thing from an abomination of abundance.
Oh, your standards are certainly flexible. The hunt and the abundance. We really make quite the interesting pair. So, where do you plan on starting?
How about we start by freeing my friend in the tree?
Einen Baum zu befreien?
I nearly forgot about that. Chip away, little bird. I'll allow it.
General Yao Guang and Miss Fox. I've received some news that might interest.
Ich dachte, er wäre wirklich in dem Kleinen gefangen.
A happiness surgery that wipes away suffering.
power of abundance in this world is disgustingly excessive. It seems the most terrifying omen I foresaw may not originate from the Stellaron hunters, nor from Planarcadia itself. This...
If you can, I would ask that you direct your focus toward Seafeld City.
You want to take a trip to Seafeld City? It seems I'll have to use some special measures to shorten the journey.
Oh, this is the part I've been looking forward to the most. I've always been curious where exactly this secret court is located, and what it connects to.
Xianzhou lady, let me show you this world's most impressive method of travel.
Oh oh, was passiert jetzt? Ach, ein Ladebildschirm.
Here we are.
Already. Wait. Why are we at...
Because naturally, we're taking the express to get where we're going.
All that build-up, and this is your idea of an impressive
Well, what else? That's why I said you've definitely never seen this before. It's the Bulletworm Express. I bet you've never taken a ride on...
You're the arbitrator of the Phantom Moon games. For crying out loud.
You're a great general of the Xianzhou for crying out loud. Don't you have a cooler way to get around?
Oh man.
Fine. For the first time in my life, I finally know what it feels like to be a fool.
Hey, you got any money on you? Buy me a ticket, would ya?
Treib's nicht zu weit.
That's the second time.
Alle guten Dinge sind drei. Na gut. Anscheinend jetzt noch nicht. Die Pendelreise. Ach, ich kann jetzt wirklich mit Evanescea hier steuern. Das Problem ist natürlich jetzt, wir haben natürlich hier keine Feinde. Wen schmeißen wir raus? Wir schmeißen ihn raus. Und da kann Evanescea kommen. Oh. Da ist sie. Fügen wir sie mal hinzu. Wie sieht sie denn aus? Sie hat ein Schwert. Erinnert mich ein bisschen an ein paar Charaktere aus Genshin Impact. Von den Animationen her. Na gut, Leute, dann würde ich hier diesen Part hier an erster Stelle erstmal beenden für heute. Ich sag dann mal bis dann und ciao.